I think one of the greatest things that happens with the youth of India today, and that's where I say the Gen Z, the Gen X, Y, and Z. I think please don't fall prey to propaganda and media and social media. I think the social media is only played for psychological advantages. So I think one of the biggest fault lines that gets created in the mind of individuals is this tremendous dependence on social media inputs that come in, which are not franked, which are not clear, not substantiated. So I think I would say that's the first thing that you have to look at. Is there really a Hindu-Sikh divide? I don't really think so. I mean, I come from that part. I have friends who are extremely as close as my own brothers are to me. So I don't see that there is in society really a Hindu-Sikh divide. I think what gets exploited is the economic deprivation that is coming into certain areas of villages because of fallow land. And that's where political parties, and this is where I think India's maturity in the political process has to go. Let us not exploit and make, as they say, between husband and wife, fights will always happen. But tomorrow, if small issues become highlighted, then that's the breaking point for a relationship. And it's the same story in the, I would say, a heterogeneous mix, a homogeneous mix that we have, a heterogeneous population, multi-ethnic, multi-religious, multi-cultural. I would say, just look at it. I mean, it's multi all across here. And these people do not exploit certain thin differences and create them into fault lines. And we should be careful of not allowing this to happen. And to a great extent, the West has been propagating these things more or highlights these more because that is happening wherever you have large Pakistani diaspora, which also influences the local environment in those countries to create these noises. So these seek justice, human rights. I mean, excuse me, anybody who comes to India can come and see it. I don't think anybody suffers from these kind of problems. But suddenly a BBC report will only show you those three people who might be a drop in the ocean. And that will then get amplified. And the West then says, oh, look at this developed world. I think today, somewhere down the line, the citizen organizations, the civil society organization, they have a tremendous role to play. So this engagement that happens across the board, country to country, community to community from different, play a great role in fundamentally ensuring that the mind space is not corrupted by the wrong things. Yeah? Yes. And I think what you said, public diplomacy is a thing which we have to learn. Yeah, I think we need to give it greater importance in our functioning. I mean, I'd hate to see Chinese footprints in our neighborhood. If you see it, we get extremely upset with what is happening with them in Bangladesh. And if you see wherever we've got sensitive neighbors, they always say that India's security interests will be kept in mind in their engagements with people who might not have a great relationship with India. So I think today Russia, Ukraine, and Belarus were part of the Russian subcontinent or the Russian heartland, which was divided for administrative purposes post the Russian Revolution. I'm a Russian fan, and I don't think that there is so much of discontent in Ukraine. The younger generation, as you correctly said, these divide got sort of exemplified. Zelensky was a comedian from America, studied there, came with this mindset of an anti-Putin thing. I mean, no way. And really speaking, where is the relevance of NATO? I've just written an article which should come out in the op-ed where I flagged some of these issues. I think should be in the Indian Express in the next 2-3 days, which I've talked about it because I feel passionately today, if America just announces that the NATO expansion, firstly, relevance of NATO is the question, but NATO as it stands, its expansion will address the Russian core interests of security. You will find that it will start the end of war. And Zelensky was taken, as they say, in Hindi we have na chane ke jhaad pe chada diya usko. They made him, don't you worry, baby, we are with you. And they've sort of pulled the rug under his feet. So he's left holding the sack now. So it's a sad situation. But what is worse is people have got affected who had no reason to get affected. I mean, this was a war which was 100% avoidable. And I think the West has egged him on. Yeah. And today when I look at I was reading the Economic Times. I mean, the share prices of the war mongering big tech giants and military industrial complexes gone up by 30-40%. Yeah, Germany is militarizing. Japan is militarizing. New markets, baby. There's more money. America is thriving.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.